out for the expansion, and by this point in the game I would have known that this fella, he was trying to expand. Now, what would that change by this point? Well, this would kind of change what I want to attack. But, hey, lucky for me, this is where my base structure actually plays into an advantage. He does go after these wisps. I lose 2 wisps. Now that kind of screws me, but I try to screw him back a little bit. He loses his town portal scroll, as you see here. I just run my archers on over to this spot. I put them on hide. He doesn't have any way to get out there. So I make great use of the Night Elf racial abilities here, and he teleports out, running back to his base. So, had I known he had an expansion, I would have booked it right towards his expansion. It is a very, very vulnerable time for me to go over there, kill it. He's just starting to invest in making all those ziggurats. I could have gone over there. I could have done some damage to him. But I didn't know that. I didn't want to make the risk of going all the way across the map when I'm just making some Ancients of Lore. My base, it's kind of weak. And if he is teching up, he is tempted to rush it with ghouls, because I have not seen the ghouls in my base yet. So I'm kind of getting a little paranoid here. So just not scouting with that 60 gold unit kind of really kept me on my side of the map. And I know I've done some audios on this map in the past, and I really emphasize, you know, if this person owns this part of the map, he's got this part in free reign, he's going to be doing what he wants. You know what I'm saying. So I only had about this half of the map. If I knew he was over there, I'd have the whole bottom for me. If he wanted to go attack, alright, get rid of his expansion, teleport in, kill all of his crap that comes in on me. Because, I mean, he invested on a quick expansion, so if he wants to fight during that time, he's going to be down on the resource count of units. It'll be nice and easy for me. So anyways, he's doing what the good techer should do, sending out his gargoyles to harass me, get rid of my lumber count, and as you can see, I am taking a beating with my lumber count here. I was floating on about 5,000 gold, and it was no good. I was hating it, and I had to do something about it. And he is just gung-ho on killing these wisps. He's doing a good job at it as well. So I go down there, move the pen, and say, hey, I see what you did there. And I could have seen it earlier. Damn it. But anyways, moving right along. At this point, the standard build, by the way, against Undead is the 2 Ancients of Lore. Dryads work a pretty good job against the Gargoyles. They work best when both of your heroes have a good old Orb of Venom. Makes it so they can get rid of those really, really quick. Because if you're not watching it, and if you don't micro those Dryads out of the way fast enough, they will get destroyed. So, get into a little battle here. I kind of see myself in a crunch, but I do see a good opportunity when I see those ghouls coming in to where I can try to get a good breath of fire there. Someone's out the Rod of Necromancy, and those summoned skeletons surround my bear, but like a good little night elf, I get my Staff of Preservation here. I could have probably kept him out there for a couple more seconds and thought that his Death Knight was drained out by my Demon Hunter. Could have spent a little bit more time delaying him. And so basically, what I'm looking at, I'm just hitting Alt, seeing what the weakest unit is, and I'm running back my weakest, hitting his weakest. Standard procedure of battle. Not being smart there. That archer gets killed, but in exchange for a ghoul, he gets a little foolish there. Loses a gargoyle. I'm foolish there. I didn't run that archer back all the way. And I'm starting to lose my crap too much, so I'm going to just get out of there. Now, some of the units I could have saved just by clicking and moving them back. I didn't click them out of the force group. I could have saved an archer. I could have saved a dryad. Maybe another archer. And that would have probably kept my spot strong in where I am right now. But by this point, no good. So I did see his expansion. I did have to at least try to one-up him on it. So I did start to construct an expansion of my own. Now, this fella, he's got a pretty good intuition here. So he sends out his guys to my expansion, sees it, starts hitting on it with the ghouls. he has enough to kill it before it finishes construction. Its health is slowly going down, all that good stuff. So I'm going to start sending my guys over there. Now, I realize I am getting way too much gold. If you can see during that fight, I kind of got lazy there and I got a lot. Got way too much gold. By the way, Drunken Haze saved my ass here. They missed on all the vital attacks to kill that Tree of Life. So nobody say Drunken Haze sucks, because that just saved me an expansion. But what I was going at, got way too much gold right now. I realize, alright, I've got another Orb of Venom that I can get from my shop, and I can probably get another Staff of Preservation. Do I do it here? I swear I do it here. Because I'm worried. Yep, here we go. I send my panda back to my base because I am worried a little bit that he's trying to send his gargoyles back into my base. I can take care of gargs in my base, in my expansion, I mean. And that little force that he sent down there, I'm able to take care of that. So, by teleporting my panda back into the base, excuse me, I took care of the air, and I got the little Staff of Preservation back on that. So I can send a whole bunch of units back that are in trouble. And I defended the other front that he did. So, don't always try to send your whole entire army back to a base that can be taken care of with one hero. So, anyways, I'm just trying to keep that Death Knight just drained out of mana as much as possible. And now I see a good opportunity to attack. Now, a great opportunity to attack in the game is generally when you have a fair amount of bears that can do the normal siege damage, as I like to call it, to these buildings, because hell, if you get 3 or 4 of these things collectively, these buildings, they'll go down pretty quick. You can do a pretty good amount of damage to these things, so you can get the job done right. So I'm gonna do just that. I see him out there. I'm kind of ping-ponging the base, and I wait for the guards. There are the guards. So I get my Breath of Fire, Drunken Haze combo down in there. So I'm going to run back here. So I know he's kind of hiding back there. So I want to, next step, kind of worried that he's going to be ping-ponging me a little bit too much. I shouldn't be worried so much, but I do see these creeps, and I did want to deny him any chance of getting any experience around his base when he needs it. I did see one hero out, so if he has another hero, he's going to need to creep it up a little bit. But if I went right away towards that Altar of Darkness, I might have been able to pull that one off. I don't know.
Your building is complete.
I don't know, guys. I might have gotten it. But he's trying to huddle around that altar, so I'm going to try to hit that sacrificial pit down a little bit in hopes of canceling out his chances of making a boneyard, which he's got right back into his base here. So I missed on that one. But now I'm going to go ahead and take out that altar. Just in case I get in a fight here, I'll be able to take down that hero. By the way, if they are going Gargs, do try to get those Troll Berserkers. They are amazing. They take that piercing damage very, very well. And they can deal out the piercing damage. They are a perfect anti-air unit to get. So, I brought my bear back into my base when it was a little bit... Yeah, I just said bear back. Brought my bear back into the base when its health was about midway. That's to avoid getting a Coil Nova combo down. And I want to make sure that that Death Knight is way out of mana so I can afford to keep my units out a little bit longer before I staff them into my base. I almost missed that. Bear back. I almost let that one go. Anyways, I'm just kind of ping-ponging my shit with this guy in the middle of the base. Please let that not be the highlight of my last audio, saying the word bareback. Ah, crap. Anyways, I'm kind of not wanting to really mess with this guy right now, because he's really being a bitch. He's just playing the back and forth game. He's got enough slow in his base to really kind of single out what I've got. So I want to wait a little bit. Just kind of sniff him out. His Death Knight comes out, I get a good chance to burn out that mana. Lucky break for me. I'm going to try to... I mean, I did kind of mess with his crypt a little bit, so I'm going to try to kill that.